Jimmy, it's a big task ahead. How do you prepare for it?
Keep things as normal as possible. You know, we've been building up for big games since I came in, really. So, you know, nothing's changed. We go through our planning. You know, we try and think of everything. We look at different ways to exploit, different ways to secure, and then you know, we leave the players to try and execute those plans. So it hasn't been different, really. You know, if you think back to all of our games, they've almost been must-win games for some reason or another. So this is no different, and the lads are good at it. So we're looking forward to it.
And can you use a bit of the frustration from the first leg? Because I guess as a team, you didn't really feel that you performed as you'd have wanted to.
Yeah, that's as poor as the lads have been, definitely since I've been in charge. And you know, I've not seen them be as non-effective as that. And I think that's one of the best performances I've seen Newport play. So you'd have to say, I don't think we can be that bad again. I hope they're not that good again. And if that's the case, we'll have a chance.
How important is an early goal if you can get one? And also, I suppose, allied with that, if you don't get it, then patience and persistence to carry on and keep plugging away.
Yeah, of course it's important. And in an ideal world, we'd kick off and score straight away. That's not the way football works. You know, for me, we have to score 3 goals on Sunday. Now, if Newport score, that doesn't change. So the message is really, really clear. Score 3 goals and you'll have a chance of going to the promised land. You know, Wembley is the holy grail. You know, no matter where you're from, no matter what age you are, to be able to play on that hallowed turf is a dream. So we've got to score 3 goals as a minimum to make that dream come true. So if they score or not, that doesn't change.
Is there a pressure to start Jamil Matt and Nicky Cadden so that you can get the maximum out of them? Because obviously, if they're on the bench, then there's the decision of sort of how early would you bring them on?
Yeah, look, first of all, you know, my apologies to you lot. I know you've all got a job to do and we were very cagey and sort of no one knew, but that's football. You got to use all the, you know, you got to use all the cards in your deck and you can't chuck your ace on the table straight away. So my apologies for that because I know you've all got jobs to do. But what I will say is I've got to put my best players on the pitch, and that means the players that I think will affect the game the most for what we need to do and how we need to start and how we need to, like I say, exploit them and protect ourselves. So I've just got to pick my best players, what I think are my best players for this occasion.
And how much is there an onus on the players who were doing the job and were stepping up to the mark while 2 or 3 were out, that they can't go back into their shells now just because some of the big players are back?
Well, I think what you'll see now more so than probably years gone past is it's almost more about your finishers than it is about your starters, you know, in football. So, you know, my philosophy is, you know, yeah, we've got our starting team, but we've also got our finishing team. And which one needs to be stronger? Which one needs to be more dynamic? Which one needs to have more legs? Based on how you feel the game might go. So I've got to make sure that my starting 11 is strong, but also if I make subs, then the team isn't diluted. So the players who don't start but get to finish need to go on and impact the game, and there's like for like quality coming off and going on. So it's not no one gets dropped. You're either a starter or you're a finisher.
And those are 2 words that Eddie Jones, as the England rugby coach, has used. Is that something you've borrowed from him as a terminology?
No, not necessarily. But I have read his book, but that wasn't, you know, my reasons for it. It's just that's how football is a little bit more now than to when I tried to play. It is a different game. It's a lot more tactical. There's a lot more, you know, changes you can make, subs you can make. you can change half your team. So sometimes it is about playing chess a little bit, and knowing that you want to be finishing the game stronger potentially than you are at the beginning. Maybe you want to be safe. Maybe you want to build the game and then finish with a flourish, or you want to start quick and then protect. It's about your finishing team now. What team you have on the pitch at the end of the game, more than or equal to what team you have on the pitch at the start of the game. So we're looking to be strong all the way through.
And you talk about that tactical game of chess. Do you feel better prepared now to be able to deal with what Newport can throw at you? Because obviously you had the experience of playing against them on Tuesday night.
Yeah, look, we all do our homework as football managers. And so, we all watch a good half a dozen to 8 or 9 games on the other team. There's nothing we don't really know, if I'm being honest. They didn't surprise me. They are a very, very good side. And especially at home, their home record is outstanding, but their away record isn't. So we've got to take all those positives. We've got to take all those things and make it a really, really tough night for them and put them under massive pressure, because pressure does funny things to people, as you saw with us on Tuesday night. That was, for me, easily our worst performance. And we looked like we were jittery and a bit nervy and didn't settle and couldn't pass it. We grew into the game and got better, but when things are under and people are under pressure, funny things happen. So that's what we've got to do, and we've got to maintain throughout the game. With them being away from home, we've got to put them under pressure and see if they can cope, make them be perfect.
And obviously you've got home advantage of your pitch and your fans. How much can they be game changers?
Well, our game, it was definitely an influence. Every 50-50 decision that the ref could have made went to them. I think there's a foul in the build up to their first goal. It was a wonderful goal, but if there was VAR, it'd have been chalked off because it was a foul on Kane. But you can't complain about these things. You can't moan. You got to deal with it. You got to take it on the chin. But the fans, they moaned and groaned for 15 minutes at the ref in every decision, and then he started to give them everything. So, the innocent New Lawn Stadium's got to be like a bear pit on Sunday. It's got to be intimidating. It's got to be not a nice place to be for anyone from Newport, and we've got to take that advantage. And I believe the fans will do that.
And injuries after the first leg, is everyone okay after playing on that pitch? Because your predecessor said it's the sort of pitch that you can get problems in the days afterwards from.
No, everyone's fully fit and in fine fettle and ready. A little bit moody, a little bit angry, a little bit of a point to prove, and that's exactly how I want them. So, yeah, but no injuries. Everyone fully fit, I promise.
Thanks, Jimmy. Good luck.
Cheers. Thanks a lot.
Right, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, good. Jimmy, how important is having Ibu Adams back into contention after his suspension?
He's a big character, Ibu. Brings lots of things to the game, causes problems for whoever he plays against. So obviously it's another bullet in the gun that we can fire if needed.
Yeah. And what sort of personal message have you got to the fans coming on Sunday? It'd be great for you from a personal level, first time you've managed in front of the home fans. Yeah,
listen, come. First of all, enjoy it. It's great to see fans back. I was at Tranmere Morecambe last night. I drove up there and watched that because I'm planning to be playing against one of those teams in a few days' time. And it was a wonderful atmosphere, seeing kids and people cheering, clapping their team, being enthusiastic about football, the ups and downs of a game. That's why the game exists, is for fans. So first of all, come and enjoy it. And secondly, back us all the way. Don't get frustrated. It takes a second to score a goal. So if we don't get an early one or even one in the first half, just stick behind us all the way, and we will make sure we take that game into the last seconds. And if need be, extra time and all the way. But we're going to need them. They're going to be massively important. they can definitely give us an advantage, just like Newport had in the first game. We've got to turn that around.
Do you feel there's more pressure on Newport going into this game with a 2-0 lead? Because obviously Michael Flynn would have liked them to have scored a few more goals, felt they should have scored a few more goals.
I don't think more pressure, no. You know, we would all be in their position if we could. But they must know that they've got to start absolutely spot on. They've got to be perfect. They've got to be perfect in the opening exchanges of the game. So maybe that will bring pressure. You know, so I don't know. I think we'd all rather be 2-0 up than 2-0 down. But like you say, if you came into a dressing room at half time and you were 2-0 up, you'd be like, you know, let's make sure nothing silly happens. You know, it's not a comfortable place to be at half time. So it can't be comfortable with 90 minutes to play and possibly another half hour if we get what we want. So I'd swap places with him, but it does come with pressures. Yeah, of course.
Former Forest Green manager Frank Gurigan wrote this week that it's not the end of the world if you go down to an early goal. He said he's managed Forest Green teams in the past where it looks like it's been that's been it. But football is a funny old game.
Takes a second to score a goal, you know, and we've seen in recent years, you know, you talked about Tottenham coming back from behind against Ajax. Liverpool coming from behind against Barcelona. You know, you see in all different sports and all different walks of life, you know, the cricket and Ben Stokes sticking in there all day, a day and a half and winning games of cricket. It happens. But it only happens if you have the resilience and grit to make it happen. And our players, albeit a young group, have to show incredible grit, incredible determination, strength of character, resilience, all those words. They have to show them in bucket loads on Sunday, and I fully believe they will.
In your spell as interim head coach, you've kind of at times turned water into wine. It's been a tremendous little spell, and we now understand that you're in the top 6 shortlist for the job. Have you thought beyond Sunday with regards to your sort of future?
Well, yeah, we've planned to go to Wembley. We've planned to train next week and to get all our travel in place to go to Wembley. That's first and foremost. I've had no conversations, but what I would say is I'm extremely grateful, and I will be forever, for the knowledge and belief that Dale, Vince the chairman, and Richard Hughes, the director of football, have given me. And what I mean by that is the knowledge that I've gained from this experience and the absolute belief that I can be a great manager. And I will forever be grateful for that if Sunday is it, or even if we go to Wembley and that's it, and they decide to go a different way, I will respect it, because it's their prerogative. But like I say, they will have given me knowledge and they will have given me belief. And that's a wonderful thing to have been given. And also been entrusted to try and achieve something. And the first thing we wanted to achieve was playoffs. That was done. I'm happy with my record, 11 points from 6 games. If you take that across the season, we're promoted. The clean sheets we've got against high-scoring teams, you know, and the football we've played, we've been brave, and that's all I wanted. So, regardless of what happens, I'm grateful.
And you certainly feel ready for it, Jimmy, as well. You feel your time is ready.
I've been ready for a few years now, but definitely I believe that I can bring success to this football club. But that's somebody else's decision to make. All I can affect is what's right in front of me, and I fully expect a reaction from my players on Sunday.
Thank you, Jimmy. I wish you all the best Sunday.
Thanks, Ash.
Cheers. Thank you.
Jimmy, just a couple from me as I'm wary of the time. It seemed like Scott Wagstaff's job on Tuesday night when off the ball was sort of just to follow Josh Sheehan around. How integral is Sheehan to what Newport want to do?
He makes them tick for sure. It wasn't an instruction really, unless we felt that they could get out through him. So it wasn't an instruction to stop him playing. There was instructions to maybe block his options and block him as an option to people and make other players play more difficult passes. But he's a good player, and he is the fulcrum of what they do. So we've got to make it very, very difficult for them to play how they want to play. Is the thinking behind it. But no, we didn't man mark him. I don't think I would do that. I would say I'd back our players to cause more of an influence. But yeah, obviously we're aware of how they want to play, and it's our job to stop them. It's our job to make it very, very hard, at least. And then it's our job to be in the right positions when we win the ball back to go and hurt them.
How much did you enjoy Morecambe and Tranmere last night on your visit? Because I guess that's a sort of rarity to go and be able to watch games this season.
I got to be honest, the atmosphere was wonderful, and seeing people, clapping and going through all the emotions of football. It's nice to sit there and watch a game with no emotion and just enjoy it. And it was lively. Like you say, a great start. Again, I think the ref was influenced a little bit because they'd be a bit rusty for fans and that kind of pressure. A good game. It was, both teams were what I expected and how I expected. And, I would be happy to play either of them at Wembley. I just want to make sure I put us in a position to get there and go and make that dream come true.
Thank you, Jimmy. Good luck Sunday.
Thanks, Laurie.
Hi, Jimmy. It's Rob Phillips here from Radio Wales. Just a couple. Do you expect Newport to, as they say, park the bus on Sunday?
No, I don't think so. I don't think they'll do that. They play football. They're a football team. The manager has them passing it, and they're very, very good at it. A very good manager. So I don't expect that. I don't expect them to be wide open either. I just expect them to play an intelligent, controlled game of football, and threaten us with the threats they've got. Try and keep the ball away from us as much as possible, and it's our job to go and get it. It's our job to go and hunt them down and go and get the ball. So, yeah, I think it'll be a game of chess, but I can't imagine them, dropping deep and low blocking us now.
And will it be as much about holding your nerve on both sides in some ways?
Yeah. I think it'll be about holding your nerve. It will be about being brave. It will be about risk reward. It will be about making them defend perfectly for as long as we can, whilst having safety. I think we've got some good players, especially top end of the pitch. I think we've got legs.